Episode 26, baby.
We're here.
Journey Unknown Podcast. We're here at the Pine Knot Lodge, brought to you by Rack Attack Outdoors. I'm going to go ahead and start early. Viking Camouflage, Antler Edge, and BioRack Minerals. All the way to the very end. At the beginning. Whitetail Greens Food Plot. It is time.
It is time.
Who else we got? Talk about South Texas Bucks and Bows all the time.
Yep, South Texas Bucks and Bows.
Antler Edge, BioRack, Whitetail Greens, Vika. And then up and coming, we're going to get to it. Jed Melton Band is looking to get back in the game.
Yeah.
And he's already let us use some music in the past. And I talked to him earlier and he's wanting to do it again. So we're gonna get on that in a little bit.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, I listened to some of his music on the way over here. He's got some good
he's
stuff.
Really good.
He's got a cover on YouTube of Simple Man. Man.
Oh, does he really?
Yeah.
I'd love to watch it.
I like it.
But anyway, we got Scott here.
Swilly.
Trevor.
T. Wade Bennett.
Benny
Blanco. And I said,
and the halfway
point. We're on 26. When we started this, Swilly's like, let's set small goals to make it to 52. It'd be basically one podcast a week for a year.
One podcast a week.
Kind of, and it's crazy. We're halfway.
I know. Yep. We're cresting the top of the mountain now.
Yeah. You listen to a lot of the podcasts, and they'll be like 300, 400, 800, and they're looking back like, where did it all go? I know we're light years from that, but to already have 26 episodes in, it feels like we've had about 5.
Yeah, and I think
I think I've been to 5.
Yeah, really. Yeah, you've done the first 2 or 3 with me. You've done one last time you came in.
Yep.
And here, so you're like 4 or 5 in.
Yep.
And you've been here.
I think I looked. I think I started coming on around episode 4.
Yeah.
3.
And you've only not been on like 2 of them.
Yeah.
Other than that, I think.
Yeah.
And that's been my fault, being gone or just had to cancel. And
I love doing these things, man. Like it's it not only helps me, but I mean, it's just a good time to get along and kind of discuss things that are going on in our lives and things that we go through on a daily basis. And hopefully everybody out there, I've heard a lot of good feedback, and I appreciate everybody saying that stuff.
Sure.
It's like I'm definitely not getting into this for to be somebody for sure.
Also, like, if this is teaching other people anything about whatever it may be that day, we're learning too.
Exactly.
It's not like, there's stuff that we learn, or if I'm on the boat and I listen to something, I'm like, man, I've never heard of that or whatever. So it's just like we're learning along with people that's listening, or vice versa. If there's a small bit of knowledge that can be passed from here to other people and whatnot. Yeah. Also,
hold on, pause it real quick. The sound's going to sound different on there because I didn't hit play on my or record on this. So let me give you 2 seconds to go.
Bam.
That way I can go from that camera to this. Sorry, folks. Sound quality sounds like shite at the beginning, but sorry, buddy. Go ahead.
Oh, no. You were talking about somebody else, just a shout out, because I've been talking to him, listening to Straight Arrow Game Calls, Cole Wallace.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Very, very knowledgeable. We need to get him on. I think you've even spoke to him at some
I've
point.
talked to him. He's not sure on a podcast right now, but he's like, we can talk to him about just whatever.
Yeah. Super knowledgeable and very, very, very knowledgeable, especially in the turkey realm. A lot of things, trapping, different stuff. But
I talked to him the other day, and he seemed like a real good dude. Like, very spiritual and grounded.
Yep.
Like he knows what he wants, and that's what he's going to do.
Yeah.
And that's actually, he told me, he said that's how he come up with the name Straight Arrow Game Calls, because he said his whole life, if it meant crossing a fence to kill a bird, he never would. And so he said his buddies always called him Straight Arrow, and he said he always dreamed of having a brand called Straight Arrow Game Calls.
He got I talked to his mom and dad, Bill and Ollie.
He's your old neighbor.
Yeah, we grew up 600 yards. He grew up in, me and him both grew up in Lowndes, so 600 yards away from each other, 800 maybe, but yeah, just right around a bend. And he got an order from Idaho for his calls the other day, and he was pretty stoked about that, for it to reach that far and stuff.
Cool.
And he's branching out a little bit, but he's only been doing it for 3 years. So
is it 3 years?
Yeah, and he's got some good calls, and like he said, he's learning every day as well.
The turkey call business would be hard to get into because when you take away all the layers, they're all about the same as far as like the design and stuff. Sometimes it's different materials, but more of it's the message behind the calls, and then a lot of it's going to be the way you
market it.
You market it.
Yeah.
And if you're not different in your marketing,
struggle.
I'd say that's
being
the big,
authentic. And turkey season is 3 weeks long,
Right.
in Missouri, but I mean, we're going to Wisconsin. We're about to get to that.
Yeah,
and,
we're
and
going to
stuff, and Nebraska. These places start early, but for most people that stay in their state, it's 3 weeks or whatever it may be.
Yeah, if
So
new
it's
season,
hard-
if you get a youth hunter.
Yeah, and so it's hard to year round. You got to ramp up, February, March, April, and then it dies off or whatever and stuff. So it's a small, like bow season. You get 4 months of it, so you have a quarter of the year and then the preparation or whatever, so you can talk about it. You got way more hunting in, whatever it may be, stories, blah blah blah. But but he's passionate about it.
Yeah, well, I'm glad it's expanding out.
Yes,
Yep.
for sure.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
It's good to see good hometown people doing something.
Yep, and just like hometown people, we got Hannah Harper just got
Yeah.
nominated. Won American Idol. And if you guys watch the podcast, we had her uncle in here early January, Bobby Lewis.
Yeah, I think it was
know,
cold.
Yeah, it was right before we went on that icy
Cow
cow hunt.
yeah.
And then another guy, Braden Odell, went to. His mom was one of our teachers, and Brad, super good people, and Braden's always this little kid, played some ball, but he was always hitting on stuff, drumming,
Yeah.
and shoot. Now he, I guess, maybe in her band.
I think I seen that the other day because Odell was my grandma's maiden name. I was
Oh,
like,
really?
I wonder if somehow, which of course my mom and dad were adopted, so it wouldn't be no blood, but I wonder if he was related to any of the Odells around Carter
be.
County.
I'm sure Carter County.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
they're
think
from
that's where
Elsinore.
they're from.
Yeah,
Because she, and she taught in Elsinore. Yeah, they lived over there, didn't they? I'm not mistaken.
I think that she or he, one of them went to school in Elsinore. I'm almost
I want to say
positive.
it's her. No, because I remember people talking about going to
I
school
think
with
it was
her.
him.
Might have been him. Anyway, they're great people, and Braden, I knew he'd done it. I didn't know how talented he was, but apparently he's pretty dang good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
And it's some good people to have it happen to.
Yes.
And then with that, like Brandon Bates just came to town last weekend
at the camp.
at the camp. What is that?
I think vacuum
Vacuum
cleaner?
cleaner? You got to be kidding me.
It happens to the worst of us.
Yeah. So Brandon Bates came in town. He's with like the Clark. Was it me and you talk about this the other day? Or was it me and you?
And he's I said he's Clay Walker.
Clay Walker.
He was
Really?
opening. He was
He's a
opening for-
pianist.
Really?
She's talking right now, so
Yeah.
that's not the.
Something turned on. Is it in my headphones?
Oh, it just stopped.
I think it's vacuum.
Yeah. We're gonna see if she'll answer the phone, and I'm gonna put my
Apologize
foot
publicly.
down. She ain't gonna answer. She knows she's about to get that.
You gotta start. You're getting.
I'll
some
put my foot
voicemail.
down later. By golly. Yeah,
softly.
It sounded like it was coming through the headphones.
Oh, yeah.
It may have been. I don't know.
Now I lost my train of foot.
No, but I like Hannah Harper. She delivers a very good message, and she sticks to it.
Yeah, she's very down to the
grounded.
grounded.
Yep.
Like I was saying, it ain't gonna matter, but like my grandpa and grandma know her.
Do they?
Yeah.
How's that? Like, they play music or something? Or
This sounds terrible to say. No, my grandpa kicked her out of church
Really?
because she wore shorts to church.
Really?
They don't agree with a lot of things.
Yeah.
But it's just a funny story
Yeah.
that grandma watched a Bobby Lewis video, and she's got her very strong opinion just on life.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
she was talking about it and like, "Oh, you know them?" She's like, "Yeah, we had to tell her to leave church one time because she wore shorts to church. Like, can you believe that? I wear shorts to church.
No, I was talking to my buddy actually today. We were talking about different church camps we went to as kids, and the church camp I went to, it
I've
was
heard your stories of church
in the
camps.
middle of summer down in Tennessee at this place that they would not allow boys to wear shorts. You had to wear
What?
jeans
to
And
swim
then-
in.
No, to do anything in. Like you were never allowed to wear shorts. And then
Oh my gosh.
girls couldn't wear shorts. They only could wear dresses
Yeah.
or these. I don't even remember what they called them,
Dress
gouches or
pants,
something
stuff.
like.
Yeah.
That. But they were like shorts, but they come down to your like calves, and they look like big old
Yeah.
Parachute pants?
parachute pants, but they were like short versions of them.
Yeah.
And so like I know what you're talking about. Like yeah, everybody's got a different form of modesty or whatever.
Yeah, that's
I'm gonna
upstairs.
try to call her again.
Put that foot down,
Yeah.
by Galler. I mean, crack the whip.
I don't know if you guys can hear this or not, but there's a vacuum going right now. I'm pretty sure she's actually got to clean the house, but
Yeah.
vacuuming during a podcast doesn't count.
Now you're gonna have to
Tell her you
vacuum after the
suck.
podcast.
Yeah.
She's not.
That nugget.
No.
I'm gonna see. Can you?
Yeah, it's out there. I already did that.
Man, I know you can hear that on there. You
Oh.
guys, I'll be back in 3.5 seconds with two black eyes and a bloody nose.
Yeah, no kidding.
Hey, we're gonna get this podcast going really soon. I'm sorry, guys.
We're cruising and boozing and cruising.
Oh yeah.
But
So tell us what you did today, Trevor.
oh well, the Faja, my dad put me to work, and he reminds me every time we do something, even at 63 years old, that I'm like, God, he works way harder in a day than I want to in my life. He's a physical labor go-getter man.
Yeah, think about people back 100 years ago.
Oh yeah, and like that generation, which I've talked about before. It's just, I mean, that's what they knew. Just getting up and just hard physical
Yeah.
labor, daylight to dark.
I'm gonna give you 15 guesses to what she's doing right now.
15 guesses? That's a lot of guesses.
Well, you're not gonna get it.
She's using the blender.
She's blending something. Not her, another woman.
What?
She's getting a spray tan.
Is
Really?
somebody here right now?
Yeah.
What is that like? Is it like a spray paint
Yeah,
kind of deal?
it's a like paint booth.
Who's up there?
It's Cade White's ex-girlfriend. Cade, love you, buddy.
I wonder if she ever gave him a spray tan.
I'm gonna ask. No, she just started this. Really nice. She's done one for a while, and I think she was wanting to do one for like a promotional deal and
Yeah.
give Alexa a free one. And we're like, well, Memorial Day, we're going to go to the boat races this weekend, but we're going to Wisconsin. And she said, well, maybe I can do it then. And I wasn't paying attention because I walked up and I hear Alexa going, I'm sorry. And I peek over the deal, and both of them are like looking at me. I'm like, I can't hear anything down there. She's like, what? I'm like, I can't hear anything. Little over exaggeration.
Oh, yeah, you gotta
We're trying to put that foot down,
Yeah.
and I can't remember the lady's name. I'm like, I'm not bitching at you, I promise.
Oh God.
It won't take too long. But
I do what I want when I want, as long as she says it's okay.
yeah, I think I can go in and do a denoiser on that.
Yeah.
And it actually does pretty good job of taking around like the wind noise or like gravel noise.
Yeah.
I know you can go deeper in it and actually probably select what it is, but I'm just not there yet.
Yeah. Speaking of old Cade White, I ran into him at the Williamsville gas station the other day. And
I miss him.
I told him, I said, we need to get together and play some music again.
Yeah.
Because, man, that was fun that night. We stayed up
That
till 3
was.
o'clock in the morning just jamming.
3 a.m.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
yeah.
started podcasting. So you guys got here like 5:30.
What day of the week was this?
That was a Saturday.
Oh,
I
okay.
Oh,
think.
yeah, we did. I'm like, wasn't on a Wednesday.
Yeah, it was a Friday or Saturday. I can't
I
remember.
think it was a Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bobby
it
Lewis
was.
was here that night.
And they got here and they immediately started playing. Him and Cade showed up for that too, right? He was
Yeah.
a little bit later.
Yeah.
So maybe we started podcasting like 6:20. They'd already been playing music, and Bobby is an absolute magician for a musician on that fiddle.
Magician of a musician.
Yeah, he's good. Oh my gosh, he's good.
Yeah.
And we podcasted for like 2.5 hours. Played some music during that time. It was awesome.
He actually played fiddle music to Creed. That was awesome.
Yeah, dude. You could pick out any song in the world.
I watched that
And
one.
Bobby like, do you know this? Like, nope, but I'll get it. He goes, and he'll sit there and he'll play it like exactly how it's played and then some. It's
Really?
crazy.
I listened to that rendition we did of Fred Bear, and dude, that sent chills down my spine just listening.
I'll see
to
if I
it.
can. I wonder if I have that on my phone. We can play it on here real quick. I was listening to Ted Nugent today on the Hunter podcast. It's their latest one. Hunter's out of Pennsylvania, and that guy is really hard to listen to, but he
Ted Nugent?
means yes, but he
Yeah.
means so well.
He's
and
knowledgeable.
he's very knowledgeable.
Super smart. Dude.
Yes, and I can't fault his enthusiasm and his willingness to do this stuff. I don't agree with everything he says, but I get it. And they kind of explained it like, well, you have to think about when his time frame, like they didn't have many deer. You hunted whatever you could find,
Right.
and as it progressed, you were just happy to see 2 deer,
Yep.
3 deer, a button buck, a spike. Like he said, he mounted a button buck and a doe, like his first couple deer. He said, we didn't have deer. He said, and we finally got a buck. He said, I paraded that thing around. Like, look, he's like, if you feel there, he's like, it's got nubs. That's a buck. And then today, our idea of not many deer or not quality deer is bar none to what it used to be. So I think some of his beliefs is go on like, hey, when I was a kid, when I was talking to Fred Bear, our walk of life was just different. Kind of like we were talking about with grandma and the shorts and stuff at church. No, used to you didn't wear shorts at church, but
Oh, yeah.
things today are becoming a little more lax. Not always the best thing, but
But you should. But welcome in church with open arms. But also,
yes, 100%.
They I've heard a lot of people say like the turkey back in the day and the deer back in the day have flipped.
Flip-flopped.
We have a lot of deer now and no turkey versus
Yep.
back then the deer was hard to come by, lots of turkey.
When Greg and Kawanda got married, you know the house where I ran over my 410, that house that they burnt down, it was just dilapidated.
Yeah.
Greg and Kawanda lived there whenever they got married.
I didn't know that.
And they basically, like, he's like, we didn't have any money. So we were, literally dirt poor. I think I'm broke. Like, they were broke. Nobody had money back then.
Yeah.
But you could live off the land and you could do things and you could survive. Well, they had game. I don't think there was many deer back then because even he talks about, like, used to seeing a deer track was cool.
Yeah.
Shooting a buck was cool. A lot of them, they're getting old timers now, have a pile full of 110, 120 bucks. Mm-hmm. And even when I was a kid, it's like, you didn't know what a big buck was, and to me, that was amazing.
Way before trail cameras and technology.
Way before all that stuff.
Because like these deer that we see, that we get pictures of, the deer that got hit,
we
would have never known that was alive because they're so smart.
Exactly. Yeah.
And so if you see a 110, 120, that may be the biggest deer you see all year. The only reason we know that there's big bucks now is through technology.
Right.
Did you find it?
I did. So I'm gonna play the old Fred Bear here on the Mikey phone. Chills.
I know.
So that was just a short clip, but that's my buddy and cousin Cade White. He's got that voice that fits him, and he can, with that range that he's got, he can sing like every song I can think of in his own way. I'm like, man, that is cool because I'm always trying to emulate what it sounds like, and I listen to it back. I'm like, man, I sound like doo doo.
Yeah, he one time posted on TikTok a song. It was like a partial of a song that he had wrote.
Yeah, he's got one on here too.
And I was like, dude, if he ever finished that and put it out, it's like a great, like the story is amazing. And
I wish I knew which one it was because
I don't.
the one that he wrote.
He wrote, yeah. That's what I was thinking. I was like, dude, how cool would it be if like Jed Melton came on, Cade White, Bobby Lewis, and we can get everybody in here and just jam.
Now that we're talking about music, if you guys, the local guys that know this podcast, they probably know Jed Melton Band. Here, I think
he's a local MoDOT boy.
He's a MoDOT guy, and now he's got his own body shop. I think it's J&J Auto Sales and a body work or something, or maintenance, whatever he does. We take a lot of our small stuff to him. But he messaged me today. He's like, hey, man, he's like, Hannah Harper's got me fired up. He's like, we're wanting to get back with the band. Would we be able to come on your podcast? I'm like, yeah, man, like for sure. Like someone said, I was just thinking about you just a couple of days ago. I'm like, man, I wish you'd get back into it because I used to use your music when I first started Rack Attack Outdoors. Tony knew him a little bit.
Yeah.
And Tony's like, he would probably let us use it. I'm like, I messaged him, like, hey, sir, like this is bread on the head. I'm not asking for anything. You're like, we'll pay for your whatever. I said, can we use your music? Yeah, man, sure. And he sent me a Dropbox of a few things he recorded in Nashville. Mm-hmm. And it sounded good. And he's got a few songs on Spotify. And he's like, I'm about to start ramping it up. He said, we're going to get back in the gig. I'm like, man, like, let's work together. And he's like, absolutely.
I listened to that song, Ozark Summer. That one was really good. And then several other ones I listened to on the way over here tonight.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of that, it fits our build.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's dude, just being hometown is like awesome.
It's cool.
Yeah, it's cool. And it'd be awesome if we could grow and he could grow. And like, we reach quite a few people a month between the Rack Attack and this with all the public stuff. And
if we could help in any way, shape, or form to promote him, because he's got a voice that needs to be
it's a very raspy, down home, alternative.
He sings a lot of different stuff too, but it's like a country. But he's good. I found the song that I think that he wrote, and I'll show you.
This is Cade, right?
I want to see if this is the one he wrote. That's outdoorsy.
No, this is. But just listen to the words. Like to write the song is amazing.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I still keep your picture in my wallet. I take it out to relive old memories, but I just get to missing you and all the days that we were us. And those memories start to seem like they're make-believe. And anytime someone asks me how I'm doing, getting pretty good at telling lies. smile. Tell everyone I'm doing fine. And honestly, I can't stop thinking about you and those green eyes. Since you've been gone, this moving on ain't coming easy.
He didn't play that one that night.
And I've tried everything from women to whiskey. But when I close my eyes to sleep at night, I'll have dreams that you're right by my side. And I'll wake up, go back to reality. Oh, you loving me these days. Well, seems like make believe.
Dude,
Now tell me that that's not a number one country song.
Dude,
if that wasn't somebody that we knew, you're like, dude,
that's
that's
talking about a pretty woman, a tear in my beer, and like truth.
That's an
good.
amazing song.
I haven't heard that one. That is
he wrote
awesome.
that one. I saved it on TikTok in 2023.
I'll say it looks pretty young there.
Over 3 years ago, and I was like, that is an amazing. Like the songwriting is great.
Yeah.
But I got goosebumps just listening to that again.
boy's
That was
got
good.
talent.
While we're talking about the music stuff, I know we're gonna keep doing playing stuff over the radio, but I'm gonna have them listen to just a couple clips of Jed Melton, so those that don't know him,
Put a voice to the name.
yeah, Jed Melton. So we got Smarter Man's good. Tonight's on Me. I like that one too. Monday rolls around. Here. Shoot, just overdoing it. I'm just gonna do a few seconds of these, kind of get you an idea. Can you hear that on your headphones?
Yeah.
My buddies and me worked on.
I didn't mean to do that. I turned on some Hispanic music, but there's that one. Just do that Ozark Summer.
Yeah,
My phone's been really fumboozled. This is one of his more popular ones, Ozark Summer.
Anybody that grew up around here knows, can feel this song.
Yeah.
Man.
But he's got that raspy voice, man, and I love it.
Yep.
And he said he can sing a lot of different things.
Yeah,
and it's his own way.
He pops up on TikTok all the time, and I'll listen to him every time.
I really think
He's funny too. He's like got
Oh,
comedic stuff, and but he's very good.
Anytime I go pick up a rig, I'll sit there and shoot the shit with him for a long time.
Yeah.
You know? We just talk. He's a good dude.
maybe we could talk him into coming up with like a theme song for this podcast.
I guarantee he
or
would.
something like
Well,
that.
y'all have talked about it.
I've talked
a
about it.
long
He's like,
time
yeah, I'll
ago.
do it.
Him and Cade White together, dude, like Cade's voice,
Oh,
he's got
man.
that higher pitch voice. Jed's
Yeah.
got that lower
Cade's
voice.
really good. What's it called? Like when you harmonizing.
Yep.
He's really good at doing that.
Yes.
And the both of them are talented musicians and have their own
And then if we
voice.
could get Bobby involved, dude.
Man,
Oh, you know.
we'll just have we need to create a studio, Journey Unknown Studio Inc.
That would be cool. That's always been a dream of mine. Like I've always said, and one day it's going to happen.
It's
Like,
gonna-
I promise
yeah.
you. Out there on my property somewhere, I'm going to build me a shed and I'm going to insulate it really good.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have like a recording studio, a computer out there.
Yeah.
That's where I'm going to have all my camera gear. I'm going to get a drum set out there, and that way, like, we can go out there and just jam.
Yeah,
Like, or
dude,
we can
I want to
record
get back
something if
into
you wanted
playing
to.
so bad, and it's things like you guys and doing that that gets me fired. It's just like I want to do it, and then boom, this is growing, life's getting busy, your mower burns down. It's like you run out of time.
That's just a little stepping stone right there.
Yeah.
But like I want to have a recording studio that's good enough to where, like, say Jed wanted to come record an album.
Yeah.
Come on over to the shop, like,
Yeah.
you know, like, or somebody even.
If we once we get bigger, we plan on upgrading the podcast equipment. We can use some of that
Yes.
for the recording.
100%.
You know, these are
Then
kind
get
of
those
cheap
little-
mics.
There's like these one type of mics that people record in, but
Yeah.
but the everything else besides that, you could swap that out and they would be perfectly fine.
Yeah, this has been working fine, but
Man, it did.
I've got an idea of how I want to set this stuff more like in a corner. And Alexa sent me a picture. Might have been yesterday. Kind of it had like she AI'd it, like Journey Unknown in the background, like nice like leather chairs. Kind of sit back and relax, more like a cigar lounge, like bourbon lounge,
Yeah.
which is what I want to do. And maybe I can get like some soundproof blankets that'll go around this room that I can like put on a.
Couldn't hear a spray tan to save your life.
It quit, didn't it? But have us like in the corner with that live edge table.
Yeah.
And
that'd
just
be
get it to
cool.
where we're more comfortable, because after like an hour and 20 in these chairs, the conversation starts getting fidgety.
Yeah, my left leg's going to sleep right
yeah,
now.
my knees are killing me.
Man,
So that's just an idea, and it's just going to take a little bit of time and
oh
money,
yeah,
but-
somebody, you said something about the AI today. I was going mowing in the tractor. Well, anyways,
see
yeah.
that would look good with the walls like this and doing some dark accents. Like that would be,
Yeah.
and that would be pretty simple to do. You can probably go to like IKEA and probably pick up for a few $100
Yeah.
the stuff I would
comfort of
need.
that? Yeah,
Yeah,
that'd be
I just need to work on lighting. I need to get a new fan and just some cool lighting and a little bit of dark in the background would let these lights pop a little bit.
Yeah.
And then
chair,
a little bit better audio quality.
table.
Keep this for like mobile setups because if it's something
One of
breaks,
these days,
it's
I'd like
$200.
to do some mobile, like outdoor setups.
Absolutely,
and
yeah.
stuff
I want to
like
have a
that.
bonfire. Have the kids out playing in the background, and we're just sitting there talking about how, like when you're sitting around a fire. I don't care who you are or where you're from. You could have a gender sex change already.
Yeah.
You could sit out there and you're gonna be humbled,
Mm-hmm.
and you're gonna think about the simpler times, and just you're gonna sit there and just gaze. Like whenever lightning struck and man found fire,
Yeah.
they're like, ooh,
Yeah.
and it's never changed.
It's like a reality check.
Yeah.
It slow you down a little bit. But yeah, I was talking about that AI. Like, I heard somewhere, take a picture of where you want to see yourself in 10 years.
Yeah.
And then, take AI and create that scene. And that way, and save it and look at it often. Because he said, what you see and what you visualize, you can become.
Right.
And so today I was just playing around on there. And heck, I took a picture of me, Megan, and Kaylee all together. Which my dream truck is to be able to buy a brand new Toyota Tundra.
Man, they're awesome.
Blacked out,
I love
blacked
Tundras.
out, tinted windows and
Yeah.
everything.
We know
like
a guy that works at Toyota.
Yeah, but they're 80. What if I got the one I wanted? It'd be over $100
With
grand.
the
Are you
TRD.
serious?
Oh yeah,
The TRD. But
There's
you know
that
what?
much now?
It would
Yeah.
last you your entire
yeah.
life.
Base model of the model I'm looking at, the 1793 edition, is like starts at 81 or something like that.
You know what? Like
That
how
is
nice, like to own like cool new things. I know none of us really care about, but how nice would it to be like, you know what? I've used old equipment my whole life. Like I'm going to treat myself to something that I'm going to use the rest of my life. I mean, it's outrageous to think that that's what we used to pay for houses, but I hope that within the next 5 years, like you're able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Like you are such a deserving person that doesn't
Well,
ask for anything in return.
But
know.
you say that about me, but you are too. Like it's not. And that's the thing is like what you're doing now with this podcast is traction. You're making a way there.
It's gaining some
and you may
traction.
not see it right now, but it's like, dude, just little things like that. Like you said, we're halfway through a whole year's worth of podcasts.
I wonder how many podcasts start and don't make it that long.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
I'm
that's
sure
it's
the,
a lot.
and that's the secret, I think, to success is longevity.
And you
Yeah.
hear-
It's just holding
there's
out
gonna-
past that. Like
Yeah.
if you're running and a bear's chasing you, all you got to do is beat that one guy.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
taking off your shoes. You can't outrun the bear.
A lot of people, they're like, well, how much traction did you have at first? They're like, oh, like 2 years or whatever.
Yeah.
And in 2 years, you're like, oh my gosh, or whatever it may be. And there may be the one podcast or whatever at month.
Yeah.
Or like episode 42, they're like, man, that thing got a lot of views. People enjoyed it, and then it's compound interest essentially. Like, oh, well, now there's more.
Yeah, and that's
people
what I
and
like
whatever.
about us is like I feel like we have something special to
we
give
haven't,
to the world.
we haven't changed, and we're doing things like you're more to a T than I am. I'm pretty rough cut, but I still have a lot of the same
You got
beliefs and
drive.
background as
Yeah.
you do. So I mean, I like people that can see. Oh man, like I don't have to be perfect, but I can also strive to be like Swilly, or whatever it may be. And
Well, and that's my goal is like when I see potential in somebody, like I try to hammer it. Like
Yeah.
come on, man, don't give up because I've been there before. Like I
Yeah.
talked about, I think maybe the last podcast about the Akron Outdoors. Like, what if we would have stuck it out? What if we'd have done
Yeah.
it because we were making traction,
Yeah.
making
And you had
good
a
ground, and I was
talented group of guys.
Yeah, and it's just like I've done that so many times. That's my MO in life. My whole life is I pick something up, I master it, but then I drop it. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like I just got to learn to not drop it. Just
Yeah.
even if you don't want to do it one day, pick it up and do it anyway.
But
Right.
look at how many people as well, and life just finds a way of you lost time, you know. But so many people, there's people that find success young, but how many people find success at 39, 40
exactly.
and stuff?
Yeah.
But and it's like also maturing as like you knowing like, hey, I need to do this or not.
We talk
not
about
to do
that a
this.
lot in this age.
And it's like there's gonna be people that are like, man, they're 24 and they're already way further than us.
Yeah.
But the vast majority, because most people don't find success in their passion. They don't find success in any passion. But when you're like, oh, they're 40, and when we're younger, you're like, that's old. But man, 40, it's around the corner for us or whatever.
We used to talk a lot in our 20s about, I don't want to be 35 and just getting started. And now we're 33 almost.
It's life.
It's
like life hits you in the balls a lot.
Yeah. I was telling you about that podcast, Better Life podcast. Like, man,
I'm gonna write that down.
If anybody out there wants to just hear some inspiration from extremely wealthy people and how they got to that position, it's like, man, I was listening to it today, and it's like, holy cow! Like, what's stopping you?
Yeah.
Like, you're the only one that's stopping yourself from becoming extremely wealthy. Like, you look at people like, who's the guy that did the internet? Elon Musk.
No.
Oh, Wi-Fi stuff.
Like people like that,
Oh,
they're just like us. They bleed the same blood,
Yeah.
But it's like they set the thing I got out of the thing today that I was listening to is exactly what I was saying. Like, I've always mastered something and then I drop it. I don't set a course. I don't set a plan, an end goal of work.
Small goals.
Exactly. I just like a bottle rocket. I go up and then I come down, and then I go up and come down, and it's like you gotta run this thing like a football game. Like, you're not gonna make or you can. Some people make touchdowns on kickoffs.
Mm-hmm.
But really and truly, how a football game usually goes is you get 4 yards.
Yeah.
4 more yards.
Yeah.
4 more first down. And then you just keep pushing it down the field like that. And that's kind of how he was talking. That people like Elon Musk and stuff like that, they didn't just get wealthy overnight like that.
Yeah, you didn't know who they were until they were 40.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And like, oh, look at me, guy.
No, they
now.
may have been successful earlier, but like their name getting out there, and it's just like this drive or this passion. They found something that the three of us could never find passion in, whether it be like the internet or Tesla, something to do with like going to the moon or that. I don't want to go to the motherfucking moon.
I mean, it's cool, but I hear a lot of horror stories about that.
No. I don't want to go there.
I don't want a bunch of people saying it ain't true.
Yeah, that is
Neil.
that was his passion, and he followed it. And like outdoor, and whatnot.
Ours is a smaller niche type of group, and it ain't a money making group, but it's what we eat, sleep, and breathe and bleed.
Yep.
So if we can grow in a positive way, everybody has their own opinions, and like you said earlier, like feeding information to people is like a goldfish. If you keep doing it, like you're going to catch on to people, and you could get a lot of bad influences out there. But if we're passionate, we believe, and we're morally right with it, like I think we'll have a good group of following eventually, and have the right people behind us.
Yep.
You're always going to have naysayers.
Well, and the fact of being wealthy, like, is not to drive a Ferrari or even to drive a brand new Toyota Tundra.
Right,
like, that's not what I want to be wealthy for. I want to be wealthy for freedom.
Yeah.
So that, like, I was that podcast was talking today. Like, he was explaining about how he's like, when you start a business, he said, eventually when it gets going, some people are just built in with this theory that you have to work hard and nothing's going to get done unless you do it.
Yeah.
And he said sometimes
you have to delegate.
He said you have to be able to hire some people sometimes. And he said, think about it this way: when you can own a business, make money on the business, and you have people to run it for you while you go on vacation for 4 weeks, and you count on those people you hired. It's like, how cool would that be? Like, to just be able to enjoy your family and not have to stress about nothing, and be able to eat where you wanted to, and just, have a good life where you're not stressed all the time. Because me and you've talked about that a lot. It's like,
it'll make an old man out of you quick.
Having to ask if there's money in the bank to buy an energy drink at a gas station.
Yeah, I was trying to get a chicken today. I'm like, do we have $2? And it's like everything's just hitting me. And do I need to go to Wisconsin this weekend? Absolutely not. But I can't work anyway. I could work on things and probably try to find a job somewhere because I need about 3 of them right now.
Yeah.
But we're going to go. We're going to try to pack it light and as affordable as possible and
get some lunch meat. And
seriously, I'm going to grab some lunch meat tomorrow.
I'm kind of curious to see how turkey hunting up in Wisconsin. Yeah, like when you think of Wisconsin, you don't just automatically think turkey.
No,
it has to be good.
They're everywhere.
At the minimum, early season, it has to be good.
For sure. But I mean, hell, when we go up there in
Summer.
in July for Bowfest a lot of times.
Turkey everywhere.
We see turkey. I mean,
That's
every
what
time you turn, dude.
I work with a guy from Wisconsin, and that's what he said. He said it's loaded with turkeys.
And they
Oh, yeah.
they
So that
act
may
like
be-
turkeys. Like you see them running in a field flogging decoys. You're like, man, they don't have them in Missouri.
Doing turkey things,
Doing turkey
shaking their
things.
peckers around,
It's crazy.
Got that erect
Waddle, baby,
snood.
waddle. Yeah.
a wobble
It's
sack.
a real nice snood you got there, guy. But yeah, we're going to Wisconsin tomorrow.
Tomorrow. And
That's
while
awesome.
you talk about that, I'm going to take a potty break.
All right.
Real quick.
Don't pee on the seat.
Yep, we got a target on the back there.
Yep.
Yeah, I always pee outside.
Oh yeah, that's just the easiest way.
Yep, but yeah, I am
Hey,
curious.
tap the back of that screen and make sure that I'm still charging. You have to look at it on the back of it. It was at 100 and it showed.
It's at 100.
Okay, so it's charging. I've been having problems with cords. So if you guys watched the last podcast, you see the camera switch, and I had to go to a different camera, and it had a bunch of stuff on the lens, but it is what it is. We actually do get about as
We've only been recording for 37 minutes. That's surprising.
yeah 32 on here, but I lagged it. But YouTube gets about as much or more, actually more views than Spotify.
Does it?
Yeah,
Yeah, I was going to
surprises
say.
me kind of. But
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I mean, like I think YouTube's kind of like speaking for myself. Like I don't ever really like Spotify. I've never got into Spotify, you know. But
Yeah.
there's some people that like Spotify.
that's all I use.
Yeah, so it's like, you know, you're gonna get part of one crowd, and like Logan was telling me the other day, he said, you know, I don't like listening to podcasts. I like watching which you can watch it on Spotify.
Yeah, you
too.
can. But like, even though I download all my stuff so I can watch, I can listen to it anywhere, anytime, airplane mode or not. But it won't play the video unless I have service.
Yeah,
So I haven't really got to watch them. But I do enjoy watching a podcast whenever they're talking.
yeah. And I mean, for this setup that you've got, it sounds pretty good. Like, I mean, it
yeah.
sounds like every other podcast I've ever heard in my life. You
and
know,
it's I've got like $400 in the whole thing.
Yep. But
So-
yeah, like what he said too, you know, like I feel like us doing this, we're putting genuine good stuff out there, or trying to,
Yeah.
because that, I mean, everything we talk about on here, I think is what we're going through in our personal life.
It
a
is.
lot, you know?
Yeah.
So it's not
is.
like we're just up here just preaching about something. It's something that we're working on too. And, you know, try to pass on, you know, something to somebody to help them, you know?
Right. And like we were talking earlier about trying to do a fitness challenge.
Yeah.
We're wanting
for
to do
sure.
that. Me and you are very, very passionate about our bodies. And, you know, you're a little more strict than I am.
Well, I have
And
to
that's-
be. Your
Yeah.
body kind of naturally.
Mine's kind of naturally small. I got to watch what I intake. You don't drink too much. Don't eat too much crap. But I've been doing better about eating and stuff. And I can tell. Like I'm losing a few pounds, but I'm just not eating quite as heavily as I was.
Yeah, and yeah, if somebody out, you know, anybody out there listening to this, you know, takes an interest in it, but we was throwing it around, you know, doing like a little fitness challenge.
Yeah.
weight loss and
Weight loss
you know,
or for physique change, like whatever the two entities are.
yeah, I
We're
mean,
wanting to do something like that.
yeah, it doesn't really have to be weight loss. You know, like just change your body, because you lose weight and then you change your body too. You know, it's gonna.
Yeah.
But I think it'd be kind of a cool thing for us to do, because I'd get in on it, you know.
Yeah, like-
I need to lose a couple pounds. I got some fat around my stomach still.
Yeah.
Like,
So
let's see
holding
how.
on some winter weight.
Yeah,
No, in summertime's right here, but it's still, we've got time. You know, it's middle of May right now. What is it, 13th of May? You know, maybe we'll do something like for the second week in July or something like that.
Yeah.
Like you're around 4th of July when big time summer hits, and just kind of see what people are doing. You know, just get them into the gym or outside or whatever it is.
exactly. Yeah,
Throwing
we,
away some of the nutty butters in the cabinet.
we need to come up with like some, you know, just rules or whatever it is.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, we're game
guidelines.
playing that. If you guys listen to this, you'll give us some feedback and see if you're interested in doing it. I'm going to try to reach out to like Mountain Ops and First Form, people that I would love to work for anyway, and just see if they would maybe provide or at least put a bug in their ear. Like, I don't care. We can pay for it and do a little giveaway with that, because it's good stuff.
Yeah, and there will be no judging.
No.
I mean, like there's you seen if you listen to the podcast where talked about my transformation. I mean,
amazing.
Like, I was there and now I'm here, and it's like, you know, I just like to see people change, like you
Yeah.
know, for
No,
the better.
Like you always hear, if I can do it, you can too. You know, I've never been heavy. I've called like almost skinny fat at times, just where I just like this little skinny guy with
No, just kidding.
just skinny. Dude, I'm only 183 pounds right now. My holding weight's like 155, 160. I'm 5'10".
Right now,
No, just
Well, that's my holding
Oh.
weight, but I'm 183 right now. I was trying to break that 190 barrier, and I could not do it. And I was eating anything and everything I could put in my face, and I couldn't break 190. So I've been cutting back and kind of leaning and hitting 183 right now.
Yeah.
So I'm at.
Give it 8 years.
Yeah, I always hear when you get 30, you're going to slow down.
Man,
well, it
people-
does.
Probably
But
Everybody's physique, it's interesting, like how different people are. Like you can eat, and never gain a pound.
Yep.
And then like myself, I mean, if I don't eat perfect, I'm gonna gain a little weight. If I.
Yeah.
But and then you see some people that just really struggle with weight, and it doesn't look like when you watch them, it doesn't look like they eat
yeah,
way more than you. But
Genetics
it's like,
help a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
yeah. My family's all the men are pretty much built like me. Some of them are a little bit taller. Not
Like-
really big people in my family.
yeah, I think everybody's body too breaks things down differently. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
like sugar. Some people, I mean, I'd say sugar's not good for anybody.
No, I'm trying
But-
to slow that down.
I know some people that like they could eat candy all day long and then go to the doctor and get their blood checked, and it's like doctor said it was good. It's like
Yeah.
if I did that, like my blood sugar would be way up. Like
Anytime I go get my blood tested for test or something, Cape, I just have a bad habit of eating Reese's sticks, and I'd grab a sugar-free Monster and a Reese's stick and eat it and drink it on the way up there, and they check it and be like, "Oh, you're all right."
yeah.
Whew, okay.
But no, I think that'd be a fun little challenge. Dude.
Yeah, let us know. Like, give some feedback on that. I want to hear some people's opinions, and if you have any questions, if we can help a little bit, or we know some people.
Yeah.
I know some people that are a lot more.
Know a guy that
I know
knows
a
a
guy.
guy.
Yeah, know a guy that knows a guy. I know. We all know a guy that knows a guy,
Yeah, for sure.
but that'd be fun.
Everybody knows somebody that knows somebody that knows something about it.
That's a song.
Yeah.
Cade wrote that.
Yeah, Kate wrote that.
I think that was Bubba Sparks, actually.
No
I
song.
have no idea. I mean, I've heard the
maybe.
song.
Everybody knows
I
somebody.
didn't know he was the one that done. Was it 369?
No, he booty
Booty
rocking everywhere.
Yeah. That's what
I
it
didn't
is.
either. And then he started doing country rap, and I was like, that's the same guy. Like, I thought that guy that sang
Yeah.
that song was black.
You know who I haven't heard in a long time is Colt Ford.
Yeah. Man, I remember the first time I got his album, because I always told people, like, I was like, man, I love rap music. Like, I love the vibe, the beat to it. I just
Yeah.
love everything about it, the flow. But I said, I just can't relate to a lot of these rap songs. Like, the lyrics just throw me off.
Yeah.
I said, if there could ever be, like, somebody that sung about gravel roads and hunting and stuff like that, put it in a rap song, I said, I'd listen to it all day. And then I remember my buddy brought Colt Ford.
Church. Oh,
Colt Ford
Ford.
put it in the thing. It was that Hunting the World song. And I was like,
Hunting the
dude,
World,
like,
yeah.
that's what I'm talking about. Like,
Southern fried, homegrown.
what's it? Who was it that died the other day?
I don't know.
It was that big. Golly, he was a icon, but he was known for being prejudiced.
Oh, David Allen Coe.
Yeah, David.
yeah, I
Yep.
did hear that.
Yep. He's a redneck icon.
Yeah, for sure.
But
I
he
didn't realize
definitely-
he was in his 80s.
I knew he was pretty old, but I didn't think that old.
Yeah,
A lot of those guys kind of looked old in their prime. They just lived a
Yeah.
little bit of a rock and roll life.
They're like Waylon Jennings at 30, Waylon Jennings at 60. Like, I thought that was 2 weeks apart. Look back, looked rough in both, but they lived a wild outlaw country lifestyle.
Yep.
Speaking of like doing that, have you been playing any music at all?
Man, well, the only time really I've been playing here lately is every once in a great while I'll pick my guitar up, sit on the by the kitchen thing, and play a couple songs. But mainly it's been at church on Sunday morning.
Yeah,
I'll
so
go
I
in
thought
there.
you
I'll
said you played there.
play on the praise team up there, so that's usually my extent of it. But I've been itching. Like I said, I seen Cade the other day. I was like, dude, we need a jam again, because
Yeah,
I'm having that.
and he's home. He's working for the farmer.
Yeah, that's what he was telling
Yeah.
me. But
Jeff?
Yeah, he's working for Jeff. I see Kate all the time, riding around a little Jeep, building fence or doing whatever.
you know how you
He's
always
food
said
plots right now.
you always said, like there's something that you're called to do, but you
Yeah.
don't really know what it is. Like, I feel like inside myself that music is part of that. I don't know how that's going to fit in, because I can't sing very good, and I can't really play the guitar or anything else really good. I can play good enough to jam with somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think what it brings, musicians are creative. And
Yeah.
you have a very creative mind.
yeah.
And I think that's where it lies.
Well, I remember back in the day when I was editing.
Yeah, man, you
like,
were good at it.
I couldn't edit, I could, but it wouldn't be near as cool unless I had music on in the background. I had to have music going, and that way, and I'd have
Set the
Set-
mood.
Yeah.
We were going through music for like half an hour last night, trying to get stuff ready for tonight.
yeah.
In which we may end up using some of Jed's Somebody called me. I found a Dropbox where he sent me like 3 different songs. We made use some of that tonight, but yeah, the music sets the mood.
Hey, you start feeling like what is that, hot or hardball, where that pitcher gets up there on the mound.
Oh yeah,
I love it when you call me Big Pop.
Throw your hands in the air, be the true player.
Like music really does just kind of like pull me out of my, like when you started playing Cade's song.
Yeah, it
or
gave
when
me
you was
goosebumps.
like it just puts you in a good mood. Like
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. And I mean, like even in the Bible, like when King Saul was distraught and everything like that, that's the one thing that calmed him down was David coming in and playing the harp for him. You know,
Yeah.
music has
It's-
a gift of just calming people's minds.
Yes.
Touching
and
the
it
soul.
moves. And you look at like music, like at altar calls at church. Why do you think they play music? Because it moves your soul.
Yeah.
You know, it really brings that. A commercial, you put a good song behind a commercial, like you can have
all
somebody,
those dying dogs.
Yeah, you can
In
exactly.
the arms of an angel.
If you just had that thing with no music, that thing would look cheesy. You know,
Yes.
it'd be like, who wants to pay for this dog? But
Yeah.
then you put that little slow music in the background, you're like,
You're donating that $2.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
donating that.
heck,
Call now and get free shipping.
heck, you can just pick them up on the gravel road, can't you?
By golly, you can. You might need 2 dogs. You need 4 dogs.
4 dogs.
Yeah.
4 dogs,
You gotta
We got-
do a group
2
package.
children. And
Yeah,
a
you
wife.
get you
No,
buy
so-
1 get 3 free, and they're all free. And we got 2 really cool little pups. I think some kind of farm dog, but I can't. Nobody's claimed them, and we found them on a spot on the road where they're not supposed to be there, and I don't need 2 other dogs.
Oakley's gonna be upset.
Oh, dude, they've already.
They're attached.
Archer's is the black one, I think, and Oakley's is a
the
tan
brown
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tilly and Dolly.
Yeah, they're cute little suckers.
They
They
are.
seem
They
little
are.
sweeties.
They are. If they would be a good farm dog, I'd like to have one, but I don't want another
Get
dog.
rid of the older 2 and keep the young
That's what
one.
Archer said. Can we get rid of the other 2 dogs? I'm like, dude, why? He said, well, I don't want Finn and Colby.
Yeah.
Like, we just got Colby back. He was stolen in our yard the last
Yeah.
podcast. Oh, we did get him back, folks.
Yeah, that was funny.
He's alive and well. The lady just have no idea why she took him. He was in our driveway.
Somebody stole our dog.
I was listening. I forgot about that. I meant to put that in the description, but I forgot.
This is way off subject, but speaking of stolen dogs, did Tony ever find out who got his mower?
Oh, I don't think so.
Man.
Yeah,
that's
he posted, somebody wants my mower more than I do, if you see
Yeah.
it. Well, the Husqvarna riding lawnmower.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Come on.
mowers are expensive. I know how it feels to lose one. And I actually know how it feels to lose 2, because I have a brand new one that's been broke down since I got it.
Scott's mower burnt to the ground.
Burnt to the ground. And then Alexa trying to figure out
few days
all the
ago.
reasons why I could have saved it.
Yep.
I need
Saliva.
I wish I could go back in
Along
my
the water hose.
my security cameras and find the recordings, but I don't have the recordings on here. Unless hope you Alexa does.
Is,
I think
is
I
there
look
not
like
a
Little
card in
Rascals. Huh?
there? Is there not a card in there?
Might be. I bet she
don't
has
know.
the plan. She might have the plan because it doesn't really do any good if you can't record stuff if something's going on.
And go back. Some of them will like delete
After
after
someone-
24
yeah.
hours or whatever, because typically you would know.
She said she
maybe
was
not
watching me
24.
on the deal, and I had as far as the water hose would reach was at the front of the camera, and I'm trying to fill up 5-gallon buckets full, and the flames are just growing.
And then, so after his, we're talking about him burning his, or not him burning his mower down, but the mower burning down.
Joel had just came over and he's like, "Man, you have bad luck with mowers." I had it on the jumper. I'm like, "You don't know the understanding of bad luck with
That's
mowers."
fun. That's
And
crazy.
then Alexa walked up to it after it's obviously burnt to the ground, and she said, "What happened to the seat?" We looked at them like,
It's made out of foam.
Like, I'm not 100% sure, but I think my brain's telling me to smack the shit out of you.
She always looks at me. He's like, "Why you look at me like I'm retarded?" I'm like,
Well,
"That's the reason why."
I
the
love when,
tires are melted. And you're like,
Yeah.
what do you think happened to the seat?
well that
I'll give you
that's
3
like
guesses.
one day me and my wife were driving down a gravel road and there was a tree that blew over laying out in the field and she goes, "You think that tree fell down?" Nope. I mean,
No, it starts growing sideways.
No, squirrels weighed it down.
Yeah.
no, but I say stuff like that all the time too, and I catch myself. You know,
Yeah,
you're not
just
thinking about it,
sarcasm.
yeah, and then
Yeah.
you're like, somebody calls you out, and you're like, yeah,
I'm an
I know
idiot.
what you're saying.
I got a funny story, nothing to do with it, but it's about something burning, so we're kind of on the realm of
The realm
so,
of burning.
Yeah.
So when I was stationed in Hawaii, me and Reddick were like inseparable, my buddy, and we were always together, always together, always together. Well, one day we got this new private in our platoon, and they'll just call you for the dumbest stuff. They'll be like, "Hey, can I do this or can I not do that or whatever?" So I get a phone call.
PFC don't know.
From this dude named Cavazos. He was missing one of his front teeth. The only reason he joined the military was to get his tooth fixed. And he finally got it fixed right before he got in trouble and got out. Whatever. But that's besides the point. So he called me and I was like, it was a weekend. Hung up. He called Reddick. Reddick answered. And he was like, hello? Or no. Reddick declined it. But me and Reddick were together. And I answered because he was like, I was like, hello? And he's like, hey, I don't really know who I need to call. Just like real nonchalant. He's like, but my house is burning down. And we're like, what? And he was like,
Who do I need to call?
Yeah, my house, like the fire department. Like, what am I gonna do?
It's in the first word.
Yeah, and he was like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna call them, but I don't know if I need to let you guys know if I'm gonna be able to come. I think it may have been like a Sunday. He's like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to come into work tomorrow, but yeah, my house is on fire. And I was like, we'll be there in a second. And me and Reddick was like, what the heck? So we drive
Grab
into
a water bottle. Let's go.
We leave. We drive into Wahiwa, which is where he lived, and house is on fire. Fire's put out, and like one room, which is the living room, was destroyed from the fire, and the rest of the house was just smoke damage, like horrible smoke damage. Me and Reddick walk in, and we're like, oh, man, I'm sorry that this happened. And I think it was like a phone charger behind the couch. Something happened, started in there, whatever it may be. And we walk into the kitchen, and the kitchen looks like perfect, which is right next to the living room, but then there was other rooms that was like damaged, and we're like this fire kind of done some real weird stuff. And the entire kitchen was like a pretty black, like it was all painted black, but it was like real pretty. And Reddick walked in and he's like, man, like I hate that this happened, but he's like, this kitchen is nice. I really like the paint job. And Cavazos was like, missing one tooth, is like, what do you mean the paint job? And he rakes his fingers across, and it was black, like soot. But in Reddick's defense, it was just like it looked almost good.
It looked like it was meant to be there.
Yeah, and he was like, what the fuck, like that? And he's like, the whole house is black. I just called you guys and said my house is on fire. It was like you had to be there, but it was so funny. And he was like,
What did you think it was soot or painted?
No, I knew that it was soot,
Okay.
but it didn't look like bad. It wasn't like there was melted stuff or whatever.
Right.
But it was solid black, and it almost had like a shine. I don't know. It's hard to explain. But I was walking in. Maybe I did. If I would have walked into his house and saw it from the kitchen, because his back door, and saw it and been like, man, this is nice. But since he told me, like, hey, my house is burning down.
Yeah.
And then I walk in and everything's black, I'm just gonna assume that that's from the fire. But it was so funny. Cavazos was pissed. He ended up getting kicked out for a DUI, like 2 weeks after he got his tooth fixed. But
at least he got his tooth.
Got his tooth fixed. He was cool.
Speaking of burning, if anybody out there knows what I'm talking about, comment down in the bottom of the video. If anybody ever out there has ever heard of Trogdor, the Burninator. Have you heard of him?
Nope.
Golly.
Trogdor, the Burninator.
The Burninator. He was a dragon, but he was a man.
Is this a cartoon from Disney in 2001?
Only a select few of people.
Is it from Arthur?
If Logan is watching this, he will know who Trogdor is.
You.
And there's going to be a select few people because it was an old cartoon.
Nerds.
It was an old cartoon like when we were in high school. That it was called Homestar Runner. And you could get online and watch it. And they had characters like Strong Bad, and they just do goofy stuff, like, stuff back in like the early 2000s, like how YouTube was back in those days, just those goofy videos.
Yeah.
Well, there was an episode and he drew a dragon and he named it Trogdor, the Burninator.
Oh, and that's the dragon that grew up and then took Fiona.
No, that was on Trek. Oh, but no, that's like one of my MOs. Like I go around to all the MoDOT sheds, and everybody that knows me, I'll draw that on something. And they'll be like, "Oh, Dustin was here," because everybody's like, "What's that dragon?"
Is that why we do the dragon for one of your bosses deal?
Did we draw a dragon? Or no, we drew the
No, he's a falcon.
Yeah.
That's close.
Yeah. I'll put a dragon.
What?
I'll put Trog. Maybe next time Logan's on the podcast, we'll do a
We need to get
Trogdor.
Logie back on. Well, I was going to go to turkey camp with you guys and hang out, but we had
Did you guys go up north?
No,
No,
we went to Leroy's.
Leroy's.
Oh,
It
really?
was during Mikey's wedding, and I couldn't get out of the wedding. I
Man,
guess.
you want to talk about just having a good time? It really was just me and him. I think Coulter Gabler stopped down.
Nobody
one night,
knows Coulter.
Nobody knows Coulter.
but nobody knows
We need to
Coulter.
get Coulter on.
Yeah,
Like next time you're in, we'll try to get hold of Coulter
yeah.
and
God,
introduce.
that was so.
But no, it was
so
a
funny.
fun weekend, just like getting away. One day, me and Logan was like, "Man, let's go fishing." So we went down to Piedmont. We got some crickets and some night crawlers, and we found a old John boat flipped over on the side of the bank out there at the pond. We flipped it over. Didn't look very good, but we was like, let's see if it floats.
Flex seal.
So we pushed it in there. I was like, well, it's floating. So we get in it. Heck, we just floated around the pond, caught some bluegill.
That's cool.
And I was like, dude, we haven't done this since we were like in high school, dude.
Yeah.
Like, that's like old school, just good time with your buddies.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff you don't get to do anymore. Just like we talked about before. Like I used to fish all the time. I don't
did
fish
too.
hardly at
I
all.
never fish.
I don't fish, but like squirrel hunting we talked about yesterday.
We're gonna get in a squirrel. I'm wanting to do a squirrel camp. Set up
Let's
camp
do it.
and
We
go
talked
squirrel
about
hunting.
doing something like that up there at the farm, didn't we? Like a
Squirrel-
squirrel
We did.
competition.
We did. Yeah,
Rabbit.
we did. I
Yeah.
called it like the Gammo whatever rack attack style or something.
We used to do that actually.
Me and
Doesn't
Dad
squirrel
used to do
season
it.
open like Memorial Day weekend?
Yes.
Yeah, it opens in 2 weeks.
See, we used to do that up there at the farm at Leroy's. Every year, opening day of squirrel season, we'd have a competition, and I mean, you'd have like the heaviest squirrel, the longest tail, the fattest
most,
biggest
nutsack.
nutsack.
Yeah,
That'd be,
Yeah.
I want to get back into that and try to get to be a way
And
more outdoorsman.
A lot
Yeah.
of people like I do not remember who it was. I think it was a Tombo.
Tombo Martin?
Yeah, said if you want to become a better hunter in general, become a good squirrel hunter.
I hear that. Bum was saying that.
And it's true because you can get away with stuff, but squirrels see you.
Yeah,
Dad used to
you
say,
have to
tell me
be
every time
still.
every time I would move, Dad would be like, "You're waving a big red flag
Yeah.
to him." Every time I would move and stuff, we'd sit down and we squirrel hunted a lot. I killed a lot of squirrels when I was young.
I was with you when I killed my first squirrels.
Were you?
Yeah, Lori took pictures of it. I had that big old fox squirrel.
Oh yeah, you're right.
We were down there by the old church house or schoolhouse, walking the road. And I'd shot, I think, a fox squirrel for my first squirrel.
I do kind of remember that. Yeah.
We were like, I want to say like 8 or 9. Like
Yeah.
wasn't real long after I started being around you.
Yeah.
And it was so much fun. And then I always would do it. I'd at least go out and like sit in the yard and I'd just pop squirrels from a chair, which is fun. And that's something I try to do with the kids. But anytime I went squirrel hunting with him and his dad,
Yeah.
Paul's been behind a lot of my upgrading.
We used to do the competition, just who could go out and kill the most in an hour. What's limit 6 or 10 or whatever it was at the time. But we'd go out and I don't think I ever beat him, but we'd be like, whoever loses has to do the dishes tonight or something.
Yeah.
When it was just me, and I was like, God, man, and I went to where I was using a 12. At first, I was using a 12 gauge, and he was using
Old Ugly right there.
and he was using a 22 and still beat me. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
But that alone, you know how much better of a shot I
Yes.
probably was when I was 12 years old? Literally, especially for stuff like that, squirrels.
Yeah. You shoot
leading
22s all
them
the
and stuff.
time.
And now, I guarantee you that I would miss the shit
yeah.
out of squirrels.
What did I shoot at the other day?
And my wife's-
groundhog. It was digging underneath one of the campers out there at the farm. And me and Logan, we got my 22 mag, of course, sight. I haven't shot that gun in forever. It's been riding around my truck, getting dinked around. Anyways, I tried shooting at it, missed it, and I was like,
Put a hole in
"Man."
the camper.
No, I waited till it got out from the
Billy
camper.
Joel, if you got water lines busted, it wasn't freezing.
I did shoot at one of those groundhogs one time during turkey season a couple years ago. Me and Logan came in. Groundhog was up there by the front porch on the cabin. And I was like, I'm going to get that sucker. Well, he had his head popped out. I shot, and I missed, and there's a 22 bullet hole right in the bottom of the stairs there.
Anything groundhogs, man, they'd make a mess out
I
of
saw a
stuff.
groundhog the other day. I was with my sister for some reason. She said, "Oh my gosh, look at that beaver!" And I was like, "A beaver?" And she was like, "Well, what was like? That's a groundhog." I was like, "What water do you?" Which I mean, I guess they'll go up a ways. But I was
Yeah.
like, "That was a groundhog," and she was like, "Oh,
There is some beavers there. As soon as you turn on Old Greenville, all that little slough area,
Yeah,
that's a bunch
but
of beaver
that's a
stuff.
slough.
But Yeah, she probably saw
we were
Brad
in the
Miller.
middle of just a bunch of farmland.
Have you ever met Rusty Phelan?
I'm at Rusty's
Megan's
Live.
cousin.
I remember meeting a Rusty at deer camp. But
Yeah,
I,
big boy. Got tattoos.
Oh shoot! I know I met him.
Who's
I talked to him last year's.
Okay.
Rusty, a guy named Rusty, but I can't think of. Is he from St. Louis?
No, he lives around here. He works at Bluff City Ice.
I know I met him, but I can't place him.
Anyways, when we were younger, I was in my probably mid 20s, and he was probably 18, 19 or something like that. So, we was out running around doing wild stuff like we always used to do at the bar, shutting it down. Well, anyways, I was a certain type of way, and he's like, let's go bow fishing. I was like, well, I said, I can't drive. I said, if you guys want to drive my truck, I said, I'll take you out. I'll try to get you shooting some fish off some bridges. So, heck, we take them out. Well, heck, it's like 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm in the back seat, kind of falling asleep while him and his buddy are up in the front seat. And I end up falling asleep. Well, next thing you know, his buddy comes rushing up to the truck, jerks the door open. He's like, Dustin. And I had my 22 right there, so I hurry up and wake up. I'm like, what in the world? He's like, help. He's like, Rusty just shot an otter. And I was like, an otter? And so, I hear Rusty over there like, help. I jump out of the car and I look, and he's over top of this bridge. I mean, something's tugging on it. And I was like, what in the world did you shoot? I look down in there, dude. He's got about a 70-pound beaver just hooked. Oh, yeah, that was
Did you get it up?
Yeah, I think we did.
Wow.
Yeah, skinned it out that night. Man, we always did some goofy stuff.
I saw a video
That's
fun
funny.
stuff.
today or yesterday of a guy like, if you don't eat beaver, then you're not cooking it. Which everybody says that about every
I wanna
single
try
meat
it.
ever. But he said it is amazing. He was skinning it out. He's like the back straps and the sirloins and stuff. He's like, it's awesome. And I was like, beaver? I'm not saying it wouldn't be. I've just never had it.
Yeah, I've ate beaver before. It ain't bad. It's
Really?
good red meat. It's heck, you cook it like you said. If you cook it right, it tastes. I've heard people say they like eating otter.
I've never
They
had
make.
beaver or otter.
I had an old man tell me one time he liked making otter patties, kind of like salmon patties
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Every time I've ever skinned an otter, they stink.
Really?
So it's kind of like
They said you have to make sure to get the lymph nodes and stuff out of that, or it'll
Taint the
quick
meat.
before you like it as quick as possible, or it won't taste as good.
I don't ever see them things. I don't know if I ever
Otters?
have in the wild.
The
An
only-
otter?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have. You've
Well,
seen
I
an
don't
otter.
know.
I've seen.
Well, I take that back. I've seen them swimming across the lake.
Yeah,
I have seen that.
I've caught more otters just trying to trap beavers. Like in their trapping their hut or whatever.
it's-
That's where I've caught
Brad and all
primarily.
them were talking about that, and Matt.
Yeah, when I skinned it out too, they got like weird tendons. They look like worms. Like you'll cut it and there'll just be a bunch of these white things come
Really?
out. I think it's tendons. I don't know. It's something
Might have
weird.
been worms.
So that's why I kind of was like, I don't know if I'd eat that. You know.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if I was hungry enough, I
I mean,
sure
shoot, isn't
would.
their primary thing fish that
Yeah.
they eat? So I mean,
They should be good.
yeah.
It's just like we talked about before eating bobcat. I've heard people say that that's good.
I wouldn't want to know what I was eating, but why not?
Everything used to be used back in the day.
Yeah.
There's no way that it can't be,
Dude,
edible.
speaking of that, I've seen Steve Ranella took the gut pouch out of a deer
Yeah, I
and
seen
washed it and cleaned it and bleached it, all this stuff, and then he eventually fried it, and it looked like morel mushrooms,
that. Yeah,
and he ate them. I'm like,
The
I don't know about
pouch?
the gut pouch, man. the stomach bag, whatever. But when he got done, it looked kind of like like the bearded tooth mushroom, how it's that
Yeah.
white texture. It looked like that, or like what's the big them puff balloon or puffball deals of fish, how they blow up. It looked like that, really. And
Yeah.
he fried them up in little slivers, and it looked like morel mushrooms. And eating them, I'm like,
were they crunchy?
yeah, at that point, yeah. I mean, basically,
kinda
it
like
was
pork rind?
Yeah, like a pork rind.
Really?
We done this whole process, and at first it was all shit green, and then it turned into white.
Ugh.
And I'm like, I
Yeah.
don't know about all that.
Yeah,
I don't like
not for-
that, and I don't want like ugh.
I'm pretty dang hungry right now, but I don't know if I would eat that if it was in front
Have you
of me.
ever ate bull nuts?
I have.
They ain't bad, but it's getting that thought out of your mind.
I didn't.
Oh,
I
Because
didn't.
every time I took a bite of it, I just thought about if I bite into this and it's juice
It's
comes
not
out.
cream cheese. we were at me and Dad went to a bar
the
one
heck?
time.
Have you ever seen that? It says political call.
Answer it. Let's give him a thing or two. Hey, you're on Journey Unknown podcast.
Hello. Hello. Talk to me. Hello.
This is Congressman Jason Smith. I am calling to invite you to participate in my upcoming telephone town hall where you can ask questions.
Oh, shut up.
Sounds kind of fruity.
Yeah.
No, thank you, Mr. Smith.
Mr. Smith.
I think Smith's a fake name, by the way. John Smith.
John Smith. Wasn't he with the Mayflower?
Yep. I think Sacagawea and all that stuff. Jason Smith. I think. I think actually. I want to say he's like a good candidate, but I don't speak politicians. Politicians. I don't speak it, so I don't know. I've heard his name. I need to look him up and see, but it sounded kind of odd.
But no.
So we got turkey season ended this past Sunday. It was a wash for me. All like 6 hours I got to spend in the woods. Trevor got a bird opening morning, which we're working on that video right now. As when we get done with this podcast, me and him's going to jump on, me and Trevor, and we're going to finish up the audio portion and the layout of the edit. It's all of youth season, everything from youth.
It's a collage.
It's a collage. It's Tennessee youth.
A boutique.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, like with two fine young looking lads. I'm not in there hardly at all because I don't kill anything. But it's got the Tennessee youth season. It's got the Missouri youth season. Trevor going to Nebraska with his dad. Trevor and his dad killing in Missouri. Me making an appearance. I'm a cameo for guys that actually turkey hunt. And then Derek kills a bird in Wisconsin.
But that's not in this video because we're going to make a Wisconsin video after we
slay
turkey starting.
Dude,
tomorrow.
I wish I would have edited that video. I've got a turkey hunt on that hard drive I gave you.
From Tennessee?
Yeah, and it's like, I think Logan had a GoPro on his head. I had my main video camera. Arden had a DSLR camera running.
Yeah.
So there was like 3 different views.
Wasn't Ethan up there too?
Yeah, and then Ethan, I think he was filming on his
phone.
phone.
He filmed something.
And Logan ended up killing this bird. Dude, it was a cool thing. We had to walk down this creek that was all bedrock on the bottom, and we was walking down. And then Logan shot it up on this cliff, and the sucker just rolled down there.
Really?
Yeah, that was a cool.
You guys
hunt.
made a trailer on that, and it was so cool.
Yeah, that was the funniest thing. Ethan shot that bird that morning. And he shot it, and it was like 60, 70 yards out. Shot it, so it didn't kill it. That sucker took off running, so they get up chasing it. He shoots at it again, doesn't kill it. Shoots at it again. He shoots all his shots, So he's out of bullets, and that sucker's still over there just laying down with his head up. So Ethan walks. There's a footage of this somewhere. Ethan has it still. And it's the funniest thing because he picks up this big old log stick thing and just walks over and just whop. Oh my golly, that's how you got to finish the turkeys off.
I've had to hit him with a rock.
Yeah.
I ran out of I had a bow and arrow. And I left my bow where I had blood, and then I found my arrow after it tracked it for a while. And when I found it, it was very much still alive.
Yeah.
I shot it low.
Yeah.
And guts were hanging out of it, and I tried to wring its neck, but it flogged the hell out of me.
Yeah.
Cut my hand.
Yeah.
Bleeding bad. I'm like, you sucker.
Buddy of mine at work got flogged. I mean, he's got a gash right there too.
Really?
For it. What I hate doing that to animals, like not killing them, not good.
I know. But
I had a deer one time. Me and Logan. This is when we first were filming each other. We'd take our climbing stands and we'd climb up these trees, and then like when we got up to where we wanted to be, I would unlatch, or how would we do this? We'd interlock them to where they were
like his top was in between your top and bottom.
Yeah. And so we had the old.
I think we used to do that too.
We had the old Sony Handycam, and we're filming. And here comes this doe down below me. Well, I draw down, shoot. Well, spined it first thing. So it's flopping around. And I was like, crap. So I hurry up. I'm shaking, knock another arrow. And it's laying right behind this pine tree. And the pine tree's covering up every inch of vitals. So, like, the only thing I seen that I might be able to kill it with was its head. And it was still flailing around. So I'm trying to get on it. I shoot, and that sucker hits a rock. And so I did it again, and this time it hit the tree and glanced off. And I shot one more arrow, didn't hit. Or at that time, I hit it in the nose, and then that sucker was really loud. So I'm like, Logan, climb down. I said, I ain't got no more arrows, and I don't like watching this sucker do this.
Yeah.
So he has to climb down and go finish it off. But I was like, gosh, man, like that's situations like that will come around. But I don't like watching that kind of stuff.
No.
But I mean, that's just part of it. I mean. Even in nature, bad things happen.
Nature's
like
even
that.
worse.
Yeah.
Nature is brutal. Having animals just get eaten alive by predators because they just can't go anymore, but they're still enough to just be living in the moment. And
Man,
I'm glad I'm not a critter.
I'll come across like my Facebook reels and I'll be sitting there watching, and for some reason, I guess it's because like the algorithm, if you watch something long enough, it'll start bringing up all that stuff. Well, like for some reason, dude, like I watch like these animals in Africa, like, you know,
It makes me sick to my stomach.
Yeah.
like those zebras that get their guts hanging out.
yeah, and they're
Yes.
still alive.
Oh, man,
like
like,
they're looking around.
I
Like, trying to
can't
lick
watch it.
themselves.
I cannot stomach it.
That's crazy. Yeah.
So people that want to talk about like anti-hunting and stuff, how immoral it is.
It
Dude,
bothers me
watch
too.
nature kill their own. Like literally, there was a bear in like with his cubs or something, and all of a sudden it turned around and just picked up the cub and chewed it to pieces. I'm like, man, like
or like a
brutal.
male lion when it tries
that's
to
what
mate.
it was. That's what it was.
Yeah,
that's
it'll
what it
just-
was. It wanted to mate, and the female's like, no, and it took the cub and just no more.
Yeah.
Dude.
And you ever seen like one of the male lions when it comes around hyenas? Like they say, like, you know, well, it's just like Lion King. Lions and hyenas are kind of like enemies.
Yeah.
And so, like, they say, like, male lions will always they don't try to kill them really, per se, but they try
maim
to,
'em?
they'll break their back or whatever.
Yeah.
And then them suckers are walking around with their 2 front feet.
I watched one where I think some hyenas got after a male lion, and they grabbed its junk. And
Oh,
just, like,
yeah.
and ripped it off, and he's just like, oh, and then at that point he was already pretty much going down, and then they just got on him, and I'm like, dude, terrible,
Yeah, no kidding.
terrible.
That's about probably what it was like living like 200 years ago in this country, you know, like,
Yeah,
because I was watching a documentary. It's called like The Men Who Built This Country, and it was on Netflix, and it was talking about, you know, how like Daniel Boone back in the day, you know, he civilized there in Kentucky. He founded the city Boonesboro, and it was like every second of the day, like an Indian was trying to kill him, or somebody was trying, you know, or the British Army was trying to, you know.
Yeah.
What you
Is
got
this
there?
where the coyote grabs?
No, it's a black bear. Hold on. It's sad.
It's gonna make me cry. So we got a doe and a fawn here.
When she dives, or the fawn.
Is somebody filming this?
No, it's this trail camera.
Okay.
But they, like,
Oh man, here comes a black bear, a young one. Oh no,
ugh.
dude! And it's got its by its back. Or does
Yeah.
this guy's got COVID?
That's what?
That guy's got COVID. That's man. It's just. I mean,
But you got to think,
They
like,
have-
from that bear's perspective, like,
It's
that's
food.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the.
But that's in a black bear. People say that they won't eat, typically just like fruit, vegetables or whatever. But they eat meat,
yeah,
you know,
man. You know, that's just it's a brutal cycle of nature.
and that thing is 2 weeks, 3 weeks old. Doesn't even know how to run yet. That's why they kind of like Tony's pigs did in Texas. They all the
Yeah.
piglets just lay down
yeah.
when they hear something loud or scare, and they just stay there in hopes that they're safe.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
in that case, they were not. Or
That's what I would do if a bear was running after me.
just play
I don't think I could run. I think I'd just
Poop
do like
your
a faint
pants and
goat,
just-
just let her eat.
No.
You want a water?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah, I do. I don't care.
that's why I think me and you both
Grab me a
alike,
carbless.
you know, try to be the best bow shots you can be. You know, I hate.
I've
when-
been slacking on shooting, but I've really got the itch to pick my bow back up here quick. I haven't had much time. I really haven't.
I hate like when you hang out with somebody and they got like 6 different arrows and they're all different lengths, and
Yep.
different broadheads. You
You
know, and
shoot
it's
5 arrows, and it's like
like
your
dang.
bow's loud, the arrows are flying like this. Like, well, I hit foam, I'm good.
Yeah, and then I don't know how many times those same buddies are like, well, I shot one, but I couldn't find it, or
Yep.
I wounded it. And
Yep.
it's like, gosh dang, like, man. Like I would do. I mean, it happens. It's gonna happen.
I've been there.
Yeah.
I have been there. It's-
Anybody that says they've never missed up on a bow shot in a hunting situation,
they haven't took many
they
shots,
haven't taken
or they're
many shots.
lying.
yeah,
Because man, it's like you're a nervous wreck. You're human. The animal wants to live. Its
Yep.
sole purpose is to live and breathe, or breed. And their sensors are crazy. Like they're going to move too, especially like that 30, 35, 40 yard mark to where it's like it's not far enough to be out of sight, out of mind, but it's close enough that they have time to react.
yeah,
Like that's a tough shot, especially on like a doe, an alert doe.
yeah.
dude, them things will literally touch the ground with their bellies
Yeah.
and drop. Like, and if you saw motion and put a point on the map or the screen of like where your arrow was contacting, and you take that drop line, it's insane. And to an eye, it's like boom, boom. It's so fast, but to an animal, they're on it.
Watch this. This is the first video on my phone. Watch how far this deer drops into my arrow.
And it's like they preach shooting that. Oh man, way low.
Yeah, see,
Literally, like the belly on that one touched the ground.
Yeah.
So you're almost playing a guessing game, and that takes experience too of learning how deer act. If their head's down, they can drop really fast. If like their head's up, I think they usually want to drop and roll
And
the
turn,
opposite
yeah.
side. So you almost got to aim low and back, depending on how their posture is. And then sometimes they don't move.
Well, that's like
Very seldom, but sometimes they don't.
Hunter was telling me a story of one of the bigger
Hunter
bucks.
Hadley?
Yeah, one of the bigger bucks he shot. I think he said, how did he say? He said it was like looking this way, and so he drew back, and he said it was like a 40-yard shot or whatever. Squeezed the trigger. Well, he said as soon as he squeezed the trigger, that deer heard the bow go off, and it spun and twirled.
Yeah.
And he said, I couldn't have put a better shot on that deer, but he's like, I hit it on the opposite side than what I was aiming
Wow.
for. And I was like, man, that was luck right there.
Yeah,
But
sometimes, dude, I've hit the femoral artery on deer, completely turned it around on me.
yeah,
And they were alert. They saw me, didn't know. Early, kind of not early on, but like early on in like the film and stuff, where I was really, really getting serious into bow hunting. Like it's really like the last 9 years have I've gotten like figuring my shit out.
yeah.
And like really deep diving, and that's my nerding out. I love everything archery and learning all the specs and tinkering. I've been on the upside of 650 grains, and now I'm shooting 445 most days, unless I shoot 100 grain broadhead. It's 420 something, but it's also with 80-pound bow, 29.5 inch draw. Like it's cooking.
Yeah.
And I hand sharpen all my broadheads. Like I think that's the biggest demise with failure on stuff is broadheads.
Sharpness.
And coming up pretty quick, I want to start doing some talks on that.
Yeah.
Like getting our bows out in specs and then seeing where we can improve or what's going on. And if anybody has any questions, we can try to figure it out. We know bow shops. We know some things about bows. Like,
Because I think
maybe,
me and you are kind of alike. Like, I don't really do it as much as I used to, but back in the day, like, dude, I could not stand. So, like, when I'd cut my arrows, I wouldn't cut them off one end. I'd cut equal length off of each end, and then I'd make sure I had my squaring tool. I'd square them all up.
Yep. All the
I'd
logos
spin
are the
'em.
same.
Yeah. And, like, all my fletchings, I had to
Try to
have
glue in where your broadheads all pointed the same, like on an old Muzzy or something.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's good stuff. Because, that was back when I was shooting competition a lot. So, but that brings up a point that when I was shooting competition that year, I won first place at a lot of tournaments. And so, like, I went into that bow season thinking, man, I'm going to shoot lights out this year. Like, I've been shooting all summer long. But it made me really realize the difference between shooting at a live animal and a target.
Oh, yeah.
Like, because, like, the first set that September, I was sitting in a stand. I had a doe come below me, and she was probably, if I was to guess, 25 yards. Well, I guessed her at, like, 27 3/4. Like how you do in tournaments. You're, like, trying to narrow it down. So I made sure I moved my pin right to that thing, and I shot right over her back. I'm like, dang it. Well, then here, about 5 minutes later, here comes another doe down just a little bit lower. So I was like, that doe has to be 30 yards. So I put, or I was like 31, I put 31 on her, drew back right over her back. I'm like, dude, if I'd have just put my 25-yard pin on both of them and just held steady, I said, I think I would have hit them, So there's a big difference in killing and shooting at a target.
100%.
Huge difference. There's shooters and then there's killers out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I knew that.
I'm neither.
I knew a guy, old Larry Green owns the Green's taxidermy. That sucker now, he wasn't the best. Like, when you'd go to the archery range, he wasn't shooting with, like, some of the top dogs, tournaments and stuff like that. But, son, that sucker could lay some deer down. Every time he went out, it was like, got me one. It's like, so he knew how to kill them. But, like I said, there's a big difference.
There is.
But I think it's a good thing to shoot your bow.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
You need to at least know your stuff and have faith in it.
And those old timers that are not necessarily old timers, the people that's like not great but just kill deer. They also know their limits, I think, to an extent to where like I'm not shooting at a deer at 40, and then
Bring
they'll
it
kill
over
them.
to
But at 40 or 45,
Yeah.
they don't shoot a competition, and they're patient enough to let a deer get within where they're like, I can kill that deer.
And broadside.
My dad, well, not anymore, but for years he shot I bought him a bow 3 years ago, I guess, and the
VX3?
yeah, the
The V3X?
Matthew, whatever it was,
Yeah.
maybe that might be 4 years ago now, but whatever it was, he shot the 2004 Matthew Solo Cam, had a single pin.
Red dot.
Well, no. Well, he had the red dot on it too. Yeah, but he changed it to just a single pin sight that wasn't adjustable. He had it at 25 yards.
Yeah.
And he would kill deer.
Yep.
Kill deer. Kill deer. Kill deer. And I mean, as far as like target, I could outshoot him, but I couldn't out kill him.
Yeah.
Because I would be like nervous or whatever. He's very seasoned in it. He's not gonna get excited or whatever, and I'm like, 40 yards, like that might be as good as it gets. Missed by 443 feet.
Yeah.
And then he's like, should have let it come in or should have just waited.
That first shot of season, man, that's always
Dude.
like this year. I mean, I didn't have a very good season, as we all talked about, but I mean, it was. I think it was opening weekend. I had a little fawn, or I thought it was a bigger doe, honestly. But
It'll happen.
Had two come in on me, and I was like, they were kind of in some thicker stuff. One of the ways it come out 20 yards, stretched that leg out, man, I put that pin behind there, and when I squeezed the trigger, dude, I just watched that Luminoc disappear right in the pocket, and I was like, oh, yeah. She went over there, and I heard her flop. Well, then it started raining, so I was like, crap, I better go get her, make sure blood doesn't, just in case something happens. So I hurry up, climb down, I go over there to her. I didn't have my bow or nothing. When I got over there to her, all of a sudden, here comes this other deer running right at me. And I mean, it's going, man. And I was like, oh, crap. And then when I looked at that sucker, I was like, holy crap, the sucker still got spots.
I shot a few of them like that.
When we went to Whetstone last year,
We both shot one.
we both shot some small deer, which honestly, love it or hate it, the amount, well, not for Scott's, but for mine, I was glad that it was smaller rather than bigger because we had
a walk.
haul.
It was almost a mile. It was 3/4 mile in there.
Yeah.
Mine was literally right off the road. We
it
parked on the road. We saw them.
12 yards.
But yeah. Wasn't very far. That was fun.
Well, it ran across the field, but yeah.
But no, he was quite a bit in there. And yours had like for sure spots, and mine was, I can't remember if it did, but if it wasn't, it was not very big.
Because at first you're like, well, we ain't gonna kill one smaller than that. When you shot yours, like
maybe
did I shoot one smaller than yours?
Don't tempt me.
Yeah, we weren't seeing those. At all. I wounded that one some way. How tracked that
crazy
thing
video
forever,
for that.
dude. That would have been so cool if we got that doe, and I could have called that doe in for the one that I killed. I could have been like, hey, I shot a doe. We found a dead doe.
Yeah.
I could have cheated, but I didn't.
But
that's just kind of who we are. But yeah, I shot this doe. You were watching it for a while.
It came up to me, and I was like, dude, I could shoot this right now.
He'd already shot his and waited for a buck.
Because you get 3 tags. It's earn a buck. You you have to kill a doe first, and then you can kill a buck. But if you want to kill a doe buck or doe buck doe, and it was then I was like, Scott, climb out of your tree stand. All right, this morning it was a morning time hunt, so we came in at dark. Me and him both, we were sitting 60 yards from one another. Dropped him off, didn't drop him off, but he was like, I'm going to get up here. And I was like, I'm going to go up a little further. I think there's...
We walked through all that crap.
Just crazy, thick, just horrible terrain.
The reason we did, remember, we talked to the guy from Colorado, and we thought there might have been guys on the upper end of that field, so we're going to try to come in from the low spot. It didn't look that bad
We
on the
didn't
maps.
know at the time that there was a gravel road that we could have walked up 80 yards and came in exactly where we were.
Yes.
We took the treacherous terrain. But anyway...
Dude, it was so bad.
He started climbing. I felt like I only walked like 40 yards. I climb up a tree, and we hunt all morning, and the whole time I didn't know it. Yeah, I think the service was pretty sketchy. I'm like, where is Scott? Like, I know we're right here. I looked and looked.
And I was looking for him because I saw him climb up in a tree right over there. I watched his light climb up. And then I'm sitting on a camera. I'm like, man, Trevor's here somewhere. Like, I'm trying to zoom in. I can't find him. And then when he starts talking about seeing deer, I'm like, why can't I see him? I can see the field.
I told him a couple times, I'm like, this deer has to be in bow range of you, but I couldn't see him. And I was like, climb down. And I was looking. I finally saw him at the base of his tree. and he was looking. I'm like filming on my phone in my action cam.
Well, that's when you realize you're not where I thought I was.
Yeah. I thought,
And
that
I
he
think
was,
I
like,
saw you
over
by the time you
here.
saw me, or maybe when the deer ran.
No, well,
'Cause I
think
saw you
I
then.
called you.
You
I
did call
called
me, yeah,
you,
yeah.
And I was like, "Yo, it's over here," and you were like looking around, and I'm looking at this deer because I thought he was closer. It was just this big ordeal, or not ordeal, but just. And the deer runs. It takes off running, runs to like the fence row, and then almost runs straight toward, or not the fence row, the field edge, and runs down toward him. And I'm like looking. I don't know why I wasn't messing with my main camera, but I like zoomed my phone in, and I have my action camera on, and got Scott shooting at this deer. Shooting this deer.
At the meantime, he's on the phone with me, and he's like, "Hey, it sees you." Well, and he's like, "Hold on, it's running." And I look over, and I think once I seen the deer run, maybe that's when I saw you.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh crap, that's not where I thought he was," and we're pretty close, 80 yards from each other, probably
60, I would say.
And this deer runs at me, and I hunker on the ground because I had my release off. I think I don't know
You
where
had
I
to
put
climb
it.
down.
I had to finish climbing down. I was almost down. I think I was halfway down the tree, and I'm like laying down, and I'm like grabbing my bow. I take off the string. I'm knocking an arrow, and my release is somewhere, and I'm like I'm on the phone with
me.
You, I guess, and I'm like dropping my phone. I had my one of my cameras running, and then I like wiggle up the tree to try to get back where I last saw the doe, and I like peek out, and I see it, and it's like looking back and forth between me and him, and I range, and I was getting a bunch of brush, and I'm like, there's like 40, 47, 40, 47, like 43 yards. Well, my pin at 25 yards, I have two pins. One's at 25, my next one just where it's at is 42. I'm like, put it on her. So I think I draw back from the tree, and I peek out, and she's standing there broadside, and I kind of rushed the shot, but
It was a weird scenario.
it just happened. It seemed like it was happening so fast. I probably had another second, but she'd already been running around. She knew we were
she
there.
was spooked. She saw
So I
us.
didn't have much time, and of course I put it dead on the shoulder. She moved, and I hit, and I heard a pop, but I had no idea. And then there's when it runs up by you.
Yeah, I film her with my phone, and I catch her on my action camera running.
Yeah,
up.
you do. She runs like underneath.
She had guts hanging out, but it looked vital.
It looked
but
entrance looked good, and the exit looked
but
back.
guts,
So
and
it
then she ran, and I was positive I saw her crash like 80 yards from me, and we're like
on like a
I
root
was
wad or
like,
something.
Heck yeah, dude! Like excited.
I'm like, what are the odds of that? We needed a doe, and like
Yeah,
they
it was
happened
just
like that. We're like, let's go shoot a buck. And he's
And
like,
then
she's right over there. I'm like, yeah. I'm
and
basically
blood
tagging this thing
everywhere.
right now.
And we tracked that deer for miles.
Yes,
Dang.
a long.
It was probably
way.
realistically, it probably had to be 2 miles, literally. But it was treacherous terrain. You know where we
Bad.
found last blood? 70 yards from our fucking tree stand.
It made a loop back.
A big ass circle. I'm like, there's no way, dude. We just walked through Hell's Gates trying
It
to
was
find this deer.
nasty. I mean, hands
Crawling.
and knees.
It's like a
Crawling.
big swamp rabbit.
It was.
Yeah.
It came back, dude, and we tracked and tracked and tracked and
How
tracked.
I've done it.
Well, we
more times.
bumped it. We remember the last where we
Yeah,
found blood. It was a
like-
really thick briar patch, and
Talk-
we saw a deer jump up and run.
Like 8 yards away. But when he says crawling and stuff, people say that. Not crawling looking for blood. Crawling trying to get through the brush.
Trying to yes.
Just rip it I was like, oh my God. I was so over it. But like we were trying to do diligence. And he was too. But it was just so like, God, this sucks.
And we didn't bring food for that afternoon or water.
We ended right beside the tree stand. We made this hours loop, and then we just climbed back in the tree. Never went back.
We bumped a big buck bedded right behind where we were sitting.
That's the night
big
that
buck.
the night that I saw that big buck, and then could have
You saw
shot
quite
that
a few.
smaller. And Scott's like, "How do I not see him?" Because you moved. You took down, moved to the field edge. I stayed in the
I
same
moved
tree,
up a little bit.
and it was fun.
'Cause I seen a spike in a doe.
There was a lot of stuff that they were absolutely no e-bikes, which he and I don't have e-bikes, but we could have had a different plan of action if we were like, we're not going to be able to outride electric bikes.
Even a
him were
bicycle would be
walking
nice.
and walking and walking, and then somebody's like,
Yeah,
and
and
quiet
they're
as can
so
be.
quiet. Like, man, that is
Perfect.
awesome. I think they should be allowed. I think they're awesome tools.
Yeah, it's
but
not
like,
hurting anything, but
No,
it
it's
said
not hurting
no. So me
anything.
and him wasn't expecting. Like he said, we could have brought bicycles And instead of us walking, we're a mile and a half in, like, man, we're really putting in work right here. In the morning time, waking up at 3:50 in the morning to walk in.
To walk.
And then somebody passed us one morning. It was just, and like, couldn't even hear them. Literally, it was 3 seconds of hear.
Yep, gone.
It was like, Scott's like, you gotta be kidding me. Like,
Yeah, like, no bikes are allowed. He's like, I don't say nothing. I'm like, dang it, man. Like, it made me want to call and be like, dude, like, you guys just stopped us of the night and checked us. And we didn't get in trouble, but we had a cooler with a deer.
but a thorough check.
And they're like, we appreciate you guys being honest. And I don't know, we talked about,
do you
like,
not see all these e-bikes?
well, we didn't know them at the time. It was the next morning.
Oh, yeah.
But we were asking about camping. Like, hey, we're really wanting to camp at this spot. She's like, there's only like 2 designated campers or camping areas, and you can't camp anywhere else. Well, we went riding around.
Didn't she say we couldn't camp there for some reason?
Oh, she said we might have to move because it's not a gravel parking lot. Even though there was
we were pulled.
there
down
was
to
like
the
3.
grass.
There was
yeah.
She's like, I'm not going to say anything. You guys are nice. She's like, I'll let them know that I checked you guys and that everything's on the up and up. You're good. But said they may make you move.
That's
I'm
right.
like, dang it, man. Like, well, I guess if we come back with a note, we'll know to move. But we went riding around, maybe even after that, and
We were
there was
backing out when, like, to go somewhere when we got stopped because it's after dark. Maybe we were going to get service. There's no cell phone service.
yeah,
at
we
all
were probably
where we
going to the
camped.
bathroom and getting service where the other
Yeah.
campgrounds were.
And
at.
then we were backing out, and there was these like headlights, and I was like, "Oh, let me pull back in." And this girl gets out. I was
Yeah,
kind of
super nice.
Yeah, and
I was intimidated.
She had to be nervous checking 2 guys late-ish at night because
Nobody's around.
nobody's around, middle of nowhere, and you're like, man, this, like, she had to be. And I think I could tell she was nervous, and even we were like, couldn't see. We couldn't tell it was a girl. She had us blinded with her lights so bad. I'm like, God. And they get out. I'm like, I hope that's a game warden.
Yeah.
And then she's like, hey guys. I'm like, is that a girl? And then
Yeah.
she
So,
checked
hey,
us,
like, hey, whatever, it's game warden. I'm like,
She-
okay.
and she was like, did you kill a deer? I'm like, yes, in the cooler. And you have to have the tag in the cooler with the meat.
And we
or
didn't.
deer.
We didn't know.
Yeah, but she was cool about it. But even then, I know she had to be a little on edge, middle of nowhere,
Yeah.
like no cell phone service, no call for help. And she was nice, but
Yeah, but she was saying like you can't have bikes. So we talked about doing all this stuff. She's like, no, I'm sorry, you just can't. She's like, you can on the main road, but anywhere where there's all these really super nice trails and roads that's
still
gated,
roads that's gated. Yeah,
you can't. It's walk in only. And she said you can only camp on the 2 designated areas that are gravel.
Yep.
Because we might have had to move. And I think we went on a ride. Because we were getting ready to go on a ride. We each popped like our first beer, which is
Yeah.
great. It's just a gravel road, a couple miles to another campground. It wouldn't hurt nobody.
Yeah, middle
And
of
we put
nowhere.
our beer down. And that's when we went and rode around. You're like, dude, all down the sides of the roads, camper, 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 camper.
Yeah.
And then the next morning, we heard they all had e-bikes. The guy's like, dude, there's 10 e-bikes in camp right now. I'm like, man, we just got stopped last night by the game warden. And she's like, absolutely nothing. And it's, I don't know. It kind of sucks. But
That draw hunt is, we didn't know at the time. I didn't know we got drawn first year. Is like impossible to draw.
yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that. That's a
So
highly sought after.
And Thomas, my captain on the boat, was like, he's been put in like 8 years and drawn once.
Yeah.
And it was like at year 4 or 5, and then hasn't drawn again. And he was like, God, dude, it sucks. And I'm like, I
want to go again.
I would love to draw there again. It's $18 if you get
Yeah.
drawn. But I've been looking. I haven't told you this. There's a couple places that I have saved that is like a whetstone is like next to nothing, 4%, 5%. There's a couple of them that are 40% chance of
Really?
draw. So
No, we need to put in.
For
And speaking
them.
of putting in, right now through May is
Kansas.
No, it's Iowa, but it's
yeah.
also Missouri's elk and bear tag right now. So if
I
you
need
want
to do that.
There ain't no bear in Missouri.
Hunter Hadley had a video of one while he was chasing turkeys the other day.
we got a face-to-face encounter with one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
No, yeah,
I've
I'm excited
never
about
put in
that.
either.
Me and Altman, if you can swing it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying right now. It's a rough time for me. I'm about as out of funds as I've ever been, and things just keep breaking down. And it's the time I've been waiting 7 years. Bless you. I've been putting in for 7 years to go to Iowa, and now it's like I got to find $650 to pay for it.
I think it's $710 this year.
I think it's 662, but
You already looked.
I think we're good. We got some money coming in here pretty quick. Just through some stuff, and I got a bunch of overtime, and hopefully we can make it happen. But it also kind of depends on my truck.
Yeah.
So I'm down a mower and a truck, and it can either be a few thousand or it can be double that.
Yeah.
So
Or a few thousand twice.
I'm ready to go up there and
Yeah.
stomp around though.
yeah, I don't. If we had to work next weekend, because we're supposed to, you guys listening, we're supposed to go to Iowa next weekend, Memorial Day weekend, and scout. But if they're asking for help working, I'm gonna have to work. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I want to go up there as soon as I can.
Yeah, and I'd like to make several other trips too.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Let's do some scout. 'Cause we can't do
Because
trail
I think,
cameras
and that's what me
anymore.
and Alton talked about. He said, if you can't go up there, me and him will focus on that private ground for right now.
Yeah.
And then like when you can go up
Because
there,
I don't
we'll
care
go,
at all to hunt the public. I do not care.
Yeah, we'll go stomp public and everything like that. So
Yeah.
but
Still recording?
Yep.
Or battery?
Hour and 38 minutes.
Yeah. Well, we can kind of half wrap it and then.
I thought, I don't know what I thought, but it's.
Well, that thing's
I don't know
been
if it's
dying on me, but the cords have been malfunctioning. So I think we
so we're
probably got one that worked.
you heard about that new movie Constipation?
Yeah, I heard it.
Never came out.
Never came out.
Dad joke 103.
Yeah. I got to come up with more of them.
No, I want to start doing some of that stuff, like opening up the podcast with the best dad joke you got.
Yeah,
of the
no
day.
kidding. Yeah.
It'd be funny.
The dad joke of the week.
Yeah.
I've got to have some somewhere in the.
Yeah,
back of
I
my
forget
brain.
about, or like Cheers and all these things. I forget.
What
I
do you
just
call Cheese Whiz that you already ate?
Cheese was.
I'll
Cheese Whiz.
be dang. I'll be dang.
And then I heard one today. It's like I told my girlfriend to meet me at the gym, but we didn't work out. Something like that.
Hee-haw.
A good one.
Where's the drums?
I'm gonna make a guess. D. Hey,
There it is.
look at that. All right. Well, that's kind of, we just had like a little BS session, up and coming, up in Cheese was.
Wisconsin starting tomorrow.
Tomorrow, when you listen to this next Tuesday-ish, if I get it out on time, sorry, we'll be back from Wisconsin, and we'll probably have something to talk about. With going to Iowa next weekend, we may try to get Alton on for the
Yep,
next
yep.
podcast.
Which he said he's gonna be in Florida next week.
Okay.
So
Okay. Well,
but
we can do it.
We'll get him on. We'll do it after we go up there, probably. That way we can talk about what we've seen and
That'll
lay
work.
down
That'll
some-
work good. Yeah, that'll work good. Maybe we can get Loggy Bayou on.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, and if anybody out there, has any interest or whatever in the fitness
Yes.
contest,
Yeah.
like throw your comments in, whether it's Facebook or YouTube or whatever. And we'll try to do something because I need a little motivation too to
Right. You into fitness? Pretty good.
fitness deer in my freezer.
Oh, I thought you were gonna go hard D.
Hard
Well, with that, folks, put some deer in your freezer. You know how you do that? You fling some arrows.
and stay wild.
Cool turkey. In Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, baby. Hey, see you guys. Like and subscribe. We'll catch you on the next pod. Appreciate y'all.
We'll see you guys.
Deuces.